Well, folks, we're back for round 1, playing Jeff the Dude Man. Alright, and we're going to keep this hand. It's not super stellar, but we've got a turn 3 play. We have both colors of mana. We've got some stuff to do in turn 5 and turn 4. So either we draw some lands and we get some good stuff going on, or we draw some 2-drops and we still have some good stuff going on. So I'm alright with this. Sorry for the brief interlude there. I didn't, disappear, I swear. I was explaining, our opponent was asking if he can watch this game once it's up on YouTube, so I had to explain to him what we were doing. It's funny that I drew Formless Nurturing because I was sitting here thinking, what's the worst card I could possibly draw next? And it was Formless Nurturing. So, Rugged Highland. Odd to see a Rugged Highland in this set. We're back to 2 colors. I miss 3 and 4 colors. I miss 5 colors more than anything, though. God, I miss 5 colors. Cons was so much fun. Alright, so we got our 4th land. Our opponent doesn't have an absolute blitz 2-drop deck either, so looks like we're doing okay. Gonna run out this not ambush Crotic. This is a segmented Crotic, not to be confused with the ambush Crotic, which haunts the Arctic circles. Hello, I'm an obscenely old British man here to tell you about Crotic anatomy. So we're fighting the old teamer. Alrighty then, the old team boy. Playing a Sheltered Eyrie. Interesting. Alright, so he's got 4 mana standing. Sheltered Eyrie, not as good as I'd hoped it would be. It's actually pretty bad. Well, it's not pretty bad for our opponent's deck, and it wouldn't have been bad for our deck either if we had wanted to splash for that Kolaghan's command. So, much like many cards, this one just simply has its place somewhere else. So we're just going to get aggressive for 2 here. Knock down our opponent to 19. Gonna go ahead and run out this Formless Nurturing. Maybe we'll hit a land and we'll get lucky. Probably not. We'll probably hit like one of our spells. But we did hit a land. Excellent. So we got our little 3/3 dork, and then we got a 2/2 dork. Dorky dorky dorks. Dorky dorky dorks. And we have a Hunt the Weak and a Feral Krushak. And this Dromaka's Gift, which is gonna get out of control. Jesus, could you imagine getting a scale from that thing? Look at the point of view of this dude. Just staring up at that giant armored lizard. Jesus. It'd be terrifying. Even if I knew the lizard was on the same side as me, I'd probably start screaming, Gojira! So 5 mana total. So he's got himself a 5-drop. So we'll probably swing in. And if he decides to block with whatever 5-drop he's got, then I'll hit it with Dromaka's Gift. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. If he plays Shunyun, the Silent Tempest. Intriguing. Shunyun is probably going to get Shun blasted in about 2 seconds. Alright, so our opponent has a Twin Bolt. We'll show him the segmented Crotic. Odd that he decided to blast it there. Maybe he was just trying to use his mana efficiently. Maybe he just didn't want to see what that morph was. Well, we have a flatten too, so that certainly makes our job a lot easier. But I'm going to go ahead and use my mana as efficiently as possible. I'm just going to go ahead and Hunt the Weak this, now that he's tapped out. It was before, like, if he had 2 mana up, he could have any number of combat tricks. But when he's down on his luck, I'm just going to have to kill Shunyun and then swing in for 4. So, that's just going to be how we play that one out, folks. Alright, and then we'll pass. So our opponent has shown us Twin Bolt, Shunyun, and a Sheltered Eyrie. So his deck certainly has good cards, and decent mana too. Like, he has the Split Land, he has a Sheltered Eyrie. This isn't one of those decks that is living in magical Christmas land. I need paper to write down that he has Twin Bolt. Always good to have paper with you to make sure that you write down what your opponents are running. And a Sarkhan's Rage. Well, that's very good to know. Yep. Sarkhan's Rage has blasted our swamp. We're back to square one. His deck seems very powerful, actually. A lot of high-impact spells. So I think the big thing for us is going to be, can we kill him before he gets his mana out? We're going to use our mana efficiently and just play out this Feral Krushak. And we'll see if he has another answer. He's had pretty good answers thus far to our creatures. Let's see if he's got another one for the Krushak. I'm going to be very careful about how I play Dromaka's Gift. He is in blue, which means there could be any number of like bounce spells. That, on the other hand, is I'm going to obliterate with Dromaka's Gift. Absolutely going to turn this into a 9/8. And then he's got nothing but like Whisk Away basically can save him. He goes Snap Trade. Of course we shout Response. We Dromaka's Gift to make our dude into a 9/8. And Ballstring 4. Easily killing Summit Prowler. I think our opponent might actually have Kindled Fury too. How eagerly he snap blocked that, and the fact that he had one red mana open, leads me to believe that he actually might have Kindled Fury. Now we may walk into a Whisk Away. If our opponent leaves back all of his mana, I'm not going to attack with Feral Krushak. I'm going to probably develop my board and wait. Although, I can't really wait and develop my board though, can I? Well, interesting. So we have a 9/8, but I also have a Flatten that I can keep up if I play this mana, and then I can play Hand of Slimger and leave Flatten up. Both of which are probably pretty good. All right. So what is he thinking about? If he leaves all 5 mana, I'm definitely not going to attack into Whisk Away. Whisk Away hurts this really badly. I don't want to hurt my plan just yet. I think with Flatten and a Hand of Slimger, I can get in and sort of force him to respond to what's going on the board. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see how it goes. 5 mana standing, and he's thinking. What's he thinking about? Oh, he's laughing. That's scary. Is my Feral Krushak not long for this world? He's a blessed Feral Krushak. He's been blessed by Dromaka to be the biggest Feral Krushak that he can be. Whenever I think about being the best he can be, all I can think about is the Tony the Tiger theme song. What is he laughing about? There's no Water Whirl in this set. Force Away is no longer a thing. Neither is Crippling Chill. Sarkhan's Rage doesn't do it. He doesn't have enough mana to use Sarkhan's Rage and Twin Bolt, even if that could kill him, which it can't. Our internet's still up, so our opponent's still thinking. Our position is not as good as I would like it to be. We're 1 bounce spell away from having this just be a random dude who trades with the Summit Prowler. Is he more than 3 colors? He's talking about if he went white. Oh, man. If he drops Plains, then I'm just like, oh, crap. Then he could have Enduring Victory. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yeah, Whisk Away and Summit Prowler, that does it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to Upkeep. Is it a Ouija-Tize Breath? Yeah, it's a Ouija-Tize Breath. Maybe? What is it? Will of the Naga? Will of the Naga. Alright, so taps that down at my Upkeep. So there we go. So our opponent has Will of the Naga as well, showing us that one. Definitely a good spell to have. If anything, this is an excellent draft to find out, or an excellent game to figure out what our opponent's deck is doing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and run out this Glade Watcher that we drew. And then we're going to go ahead and run out Hand of Slimgur, and then next turn we've got some good attacks. I'll leave Flatten in hand. Alright, so we've got one big Feral Crew Shock. Well, we know we can't bring back Summit Prowler now, even if there is any green bring back stuff shenanigans. He's stuck on land, too, it looks like. What kills us? A Tarka? Yeah, Tarka pretty much kills us. But then again, a Tarka pretty much kills everybody, so not much to do about that. We could handle a Tarka. Well, no, we couldn't. Because he'll probably kill Hand of Slimgur. He'll probably kill Glade Watcher. He'll probably hit me for the rest. Carsey Behemoth does not do it. Tap down our guy. Epic Confrontation. So I can play Epic Confrontation. I can blow up the Carsey Behemoth, which I think is actually going to be... So we're going to do an Epic Confrontation, Feral Crew Shock, and Carsey Behemoth. Or Calcisma Behemoth, I apologize. Not Carsey Behemoth. Why did I think Carsey? Carsey is definitely something in this set, though. So we pay 1. So Glade Watcher can attack. And then we're going to get in and Gur for 5. Alright, so our opponent just takes it. Should be at 8. Don't want to... I mean, like, I'll take the damage if I can, but let's do it the right way, right? Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, so our opponent has shown us Will of the Naga, a Sarkhan's Rage, and a Twin Bolt, and a Shunyun. Yeah, his deck is very good. Although I haven't seen any other split lands. Or maybe his mana is not as consistent as he would like it to be. Could be a Death Touch guy. Ooh, Shaman of Forgotten Ways. I might have to get flattened. Dear boy, it may have to get flattened. Alright, so we drew a Forest. I can flatten the Colossadon Yearling and then just beat in with everybody, and then he has to block. Yeah. If I flatten Colossadon Yearling, he's forced to waste the Shaman of Forgotten Ways on chump block anyway. Although I'm pretty sure he's forced to waste... Yeah. We just flatten here. We'll show him the flatten to get the win. Because I don't think there's any coming back from that. Kill Colossadon Yearling. Because that way he has to block Feral Crew Shock and then not die. Glade Watcher can attack. And then we get in for 5. He blocks Crew Shock, unsurprisingly. So it's 9, 12, 14 points. We might just get this. We might just get the concession here. Nope. He wants to stick in it. So Shaman of Forgotten Ways, Shunyun, and like Calcisma Behemoth is pretty good too, in all honesty. I'm gonna sandbag this in hand. There's no sense showing him the land. Might as well like bluff it. See if we can make him sweat a little more. Make him wonder what he's got. Alright. GG. Go to game 2. Hopefully. He is going to sideboard. What did we have in our sideboard? So he's going to go sideboard. I don't even know what we've got in our sideboard that matters. So we've shown him a Dromaka's Gift. We do have a Duress, which could be pretty good. I'm going to go back to our deck folder, too, just in case we need to look at that, just for quick reference. So let's see here. We have another Formless Nurturing we could run. We're running one Meandering Tomb Shell, which I can probably cut this thing. Just so we have an accurate copy of the deck list. I mean, there's already one in the deck on tap, so I don't need to worry about that. Archers of Karsi might actually be decent, but no, he showed us Twin Bolt, so it's not going to be that great. Anyway, Duress takes a non-creature, non-land card. He does have some pretty impactful non-creature, non-lands. So it might actually behoove us to run that. He didn't show us any flyers where I would run Pinion Feast. Simic Ice Draggers is also of not that great merit. So I think Duress is the only thing I can really want to run in the sideboard, and I would only take out a non-creature spell for it. Maybe we take out our Hunt the Week. Maybe we take out one of our removal spells for it. That just seems worse. Know what I'm saying? Just seems like it's bad anyway. No, I think our deck is fine as it is. There's also setting in Coat with Venom, maybe, to force trades. He did show us a Calcisma Behemoth and a Shunyun, and he might like swing in with Shunyun and then cast a spell to grant him prowess and then first strike and then be like, haha, I got it. And then we just give our guy enough toughness with the Coat with Venom. It's up in the air, in all honesty. I'm not really sure what we want to do in terms of sideboarding. Maybe side out Glade Watcher. Glade Watcher doesn't actually seem all that great against him. Or Formless Nurturing. Yeah, this is interesting. I mean, Dromaka's Gift, which essentially won us that game, even might not be that great. He did show us some like pretty quick instant speed spells to kill our guys. I feel like Duress and maybe Coat with Venom are actually what we want here. And just the threat of a Dromaka's Gift is enough to scare him, maybe. Maybe we get rid of Butcher's Glee. Oh, Dousing Gloom doesn't seem to be too great against him. Dousing Gloom kills, like, what, one creature? He kills Shunyun. Yeah, I'll take Duress over Dousing Gloom. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. Might actually be better to run the Coat with Venom, but rather than Duress, but I think this is fine. Yuck, and we're on the draw. This can still get us here. 2 Hands of Slimger, which beats most of his deck. Also a Glade Watcher if we get the Forest. I think I'm alright with this. Yeah. It's a risky keep, but if we get one land, then we're essentially in business. So I'm alright with that trade. It's not a bad trade-off. We should calculate our probability, you know? See what our chance of drawing a land is. There is that saying that says never tell me the odds, but I'm not that guy. I'd like to know the odds when I get into it. So there's 16 lands remaining in the deck, over 33 cards. Alright, so we have a 48% chance of drawing a land. It's not too bad. %, chance, and then it gets better with each passing turn, because then it just goes 62 divided by 32, which is almost exactly, yeah, which is exactly 50. So with each passing turn, we get a little bit better. So I think this is fine. Granted, it has to be a forest. Let's think about that one, because we're running 8 forests in the deck. Huh. So what are our chances of drawing a forest individually? And you never knew the magic could be about so much math. Because then it's 8 divided by 33, so our chances of drawing a forest are 24%. Huh. God, math is interesting sometimes. Look at me now, elementary school teachers. using what you taught me in an informative way. Well, now we wait. Here we sit like birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness, birds in the wilderness. Here we sit like birds in the wilderness, waiting to be fed. Alright, so we're still not done sighting. Well, never too early to do a crack-a-pack, am I right, folks? This will be like an intermission. Get some popcorn, go to the bathroom, enjoy, while we crack a pack for you. I like cracking packs. I think you guys do too. And what an interesting pack that we've got. We've got a Profaner of the Dead, Scion of Ujin. It's not a terrible card. I don't mind it. Nice finisher. Stormcrag Elemental, Airy Bowmasters, a Ouija Summons, a Misthoof Kieran. I'm certainly not one to auto-take the rare, but there's some pretty cool stuff that you can do with Profaner of the Dead. It is the more powerful card. It's also the more swingy card. There's no real guarantee that you're actually going to have what you want to have with it, but I certainly like it, even if it's just a 4-mana 3/3. But the safe pick is probably the Airy Bowmasters. I think it's the best card in the pack, but we would take Profaner of the Dead. So let's go back. Let's do another one. Why not? Am I right? We got time. So this is a fairly weak pack. There's a Gleam of Authority, which I don't mind. I've used it to pretty decent effectiveness once or twice. You can watch one of our drafts. Shameless self-plug. Cons of Tarkir draft, number 2. You can watch that one. We use Gleam of Authority on a Alesha, who does not fear death, of course. But I don't think it's the best card in this pack. I mean, Self-Inflicted Wound's a fine sideboard card. Scale Guard Sentinel's like great if you've got the Dragon, then you've got 2-mana 3/4, which is pretty powerful, but it's not ideal. I'd probably just take Flatten. I gotta like my Flatten. Alright, our opponent is back. Oh, she left out the white in his deck, so he's going 4 colors? Bold man. Alright, let's see if our 48% pays off for us. Alright, it doesn't. Well, it's not too bad. Even if we start ditching cards, we may if we ditch cards long enough, we might actually be able to play Gurmag Angler. Oh, that's a crappy thing to think. Alright, well now we have an exactly 50% chance of hitting a land here, so let's whiff. Alright, we didn't whiff. We actually hit the right land. This hand is now infinitely better. I'm going to go ahead and run out a Hand of Slimger. Although if you play something troublesome, I can glade. Nah, Hand of Slimger. It's an exactly 50% chance. And we didn't whiff on the coin flip, so that's good. It's very, very good. Very, very good. I like it very much. So he's adding 4 colors in. Interesting. Well, I really don't think I can actually let him have this, because this means that he gets to play 5-mana creatures. So we're going to get in for 2 here, and then we're going to very obviously Epic Confrontation this. I'm not going to let him get his guys. It's not going to happen. Got to keep him off of his creatures for as long as possible. I actually like Epic Confrontation more than I like Bear Punch, in all honesty. I like it a lot better. Bear Punch, you actually needed stuff to be relevant. Like, yes, you could proc Ferocious a lot of the time if you built your deck, but if you didn't build your deck, or if you couldn't sculpt the board state in a way that lets you get to that impactful part of Bear Punch, it just wasn't as good, and Epic Confrontation is just actually good all the time. If it was +1/+1 in fight, I don't think I would like it as much, but +1/+2 makes all the difference. Well, our attempts to keep him off his mana seem not to have worked, as he hits his 4th land drop like a champ. He gonna play something good. He gonna play something scurry. What you gonna play? What you gonna play? Let's see what it is. Hey, boo boy. We got ourselves a hand of Slimgard. Shaman of Forgotten Ways. He's not even banned in Commander. Wow. That's pretty awesome. So he's actually exploiting. Wow. Very cool. My next play, if I don't draw land, even if I do draw land, my next play is going to be Glade Watcher. He showed us the Twin Bolt, and I'm not really looking to get blown out. Put Islands, put Rugged Highlands. Wow, we just got 3 land off the top. I can respect that. That was a whole 3. That was a 3 land pocket that our opponent just completely got out of, dug himself out of. It's pretty impressive. Very rarely does Gurmag Drowner resemble a get me back into this game as clearly as he did there. We're going to go ahead and run out our Glade Watcher. It's going to keep us safe from all of the ground meanies for a while. Oh, man. And now he's digging too for Delve. Woo. Yeah, Gurmag Angler into Will of the Naga is not a terrible way to do it, although he did ditch the second blue source. So Sight Beyond Sight. Oh, man, he's just so far ahead on card advantage now. Jesus. We have no real pressure to, like, stop him from doing that. That blows. We are like in no way, shape, or form ready to handle our opponent at this juncture. Yeah. That's pretty good. Well, on the plus side, Hand of Slimger is going to get us there, maybe. What is he talking about? His mana fixing was bad. He's got 2 Rugged Highlands and an Airy and stuff to dig. Seems pretty good. We've got a Duress, though, which we're definitely going to use right here, right now, when our opponent has 5 cards in hand. Show me the Motherlode. Give me the Susan. Duress you. Good sir. Let the sideboard beauty commence. All those Gurmag Anglers, lol. Alright, so he's got a Sidisi's Faithful, a Conifer Strider, a Sarkhan's Rage, and a Pacifism. What is the most powerful card in here? Because he can just go Plains, Pacifism, Conifer Strider, and the following turn hit us with Sarkhan's Rage. Whereas Sarkhan's Rage actually kills all of our guys. This is an interesting decision. Pacifism or Sarkhan's Rage. Either way, we should definitely write down what our opponent's got in hand. While we're thinking. He's got Sidisi's Faithful. He's got a Plains, Pacifism, and then a Conifer Strider. I think I'm going to make him ditch the Sarkhan's Rage. I feel like that's got the most impact on the board. Although it is the most mana-intensive spell, he'd have to waste his whole turn just to play that. Whereas if I'd make him ditch Pacifism, he has to waste a 5-mana kill spell on one of our guys. Actually, yeah, maybe making him ditch Pacifism is better. Because like he can play Pacifism and then play Conifer Strider in the same turn. I'm actually going to make him use all of his mana to waste our guys. Yeah. Pacifism seems to be the correct pick there. Then we'll go to attacks. Then we'll swing 2. Got to get in for our damage. Now, if our opponent wants to actually stop our Hand of Slimgur from being a relevant card, then he will have to ditch Sarkhan's Rage to do so. Yeah, I think that's actually the correct play there to make. Alright, so we know that the Plains is gone from his hand now. Good to know. Yeah, Sarkhan's Rage is more of a high-impact card, and I don't think... And, like, there's certainly an argument to be made about making him ditch that one, but being able to remove one of our creatures from play and resolve a Conifer Strider, or being able to Pacifism Sidisi's Faithful, and then still have enough mana to play a Morph up in one turn is pretty big. Now, if our opponent wants to impact the board, he has to waste 5... he basically has to tap out to kill one of our guys and then take 2. He might just be doing it now because we know about it. Which is completely reasonable. No, he doesn't. He's just going to play a Stampeding Elk Herd. Which means that we know that the 3 cards in hand are the Sarkhan's Rage, the Sidisi's Faithful, and the Conifer Strider. Alright, so now we have a Flatten as well as that. I'm actually going to leave Hand of Slimgur back. There doesn't seem to be a real reason to attack in with him. Let's make him bounce it with Sidisi's Faithful or kill it with Sarkhan's Rage. I'm just going to go ahead and play Formless Nurturing. Oh, and a Slimgur Butcher. Not bad, not bad. And then we'll pass back the turn here. Because now he has to either sacrifice his 0-4 to bounce my 2-1 with Death Touch, or he has to... So Forest, so he still has Conifer Strider, Sarkhan's Rage, and Sidisi's Faithful in hand. And no real good attacks either. Although Stampeding Elk Herd is a fantastic card. I wonder if he remembered to rebound. I don't think he remembered to rebound. That's okay. We'll remind him. I'm not so hard up that I'm going to be like, bro, you can't rebound now. Illegal move. I hate those people. People forget, you know? That's cool. Alright, so now he very obviously is setting up for a nice attack. I like his line of play, though. Setting up for a much larger attack this turn, like the following turn. Like, it's pretty decent, I think. Yeah, we'll let him do it next turn. It's not a huge deal. No, I could actually... No, it's an end of the battlefield trigger, so he's already in the battlefield, technically. So I can flip him up if I want to, turn him into a 4-4, or I can just offer the trade, or I can simply... Dramaka's Gift to kill any one of the blockers. He can just take it to the face, which is to be expected. Now, the worst thing that could possibly happen is he could rip an island off the top of his library and then have Will of the Naga, which he hasn't hit us with yet, or Twin Flame to blow up our guy and then hit us for 1. That would certainly be good. I think the best course of action for us, knowing that Pacifism is out of play, and knowing that he has Sarkhan's Rage in hand, might just be to play out Gurmag Angler for 7. And then we'll pass. I don't mind that line of play so much. So Shaman of Forgotten Ways, Gurmag Drowner. So then he does his Sight Beyond Sight now. Yeah. which I'm completely fine with letting him do. Like, it's not a huge deal, in all honesty. We had a guy at the pre-release that I attended just yelling at people when they forgot their rebound triggers. And I was like, come on, man. I get that it's a pre-release and we're all playing for packs, but like it's a pre-release. You're not in the GP, you're not on the Pro Tour. No one's gonna yell judge. Yeah, people that ruin the fun of the game kind of get to me. Like I'm all for being a great player. I like being a great player. I like learning or trying to become a great player. Like, striving for greatness is something that I think you should do. But not at the expense of basic human decency. And you could take that to the bank. Alright, so now he's got 2 extra cards in hand. And any number of nasty things that they could be. Now he can actually Sidisi's Faithful to bounce Hand of Slimger if he wants to sack this, and then he can Sarkhan's Rage in the same turn. And then I get hit for 10. I'll get hit for 7 because I will definitely block Conifer Strider with Glade Watcher, though. So, still feeling relatively in control. Do you feel in control now? My attempt at Bane, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so he has the Airy. We know that one of the cards in his hand is a Sarkhan's Rage. There's the Twin Bolt. So I'm guessing one does Hand of Slimger and then one to my face. Yep. Hand of Slimger dies, and then I get hit for 1. Which puts me in a compromising position, but not really. So DC's Faithful to bounce Gurmag Angler. Which seems like the correct play. And then swing out. Or maybe he'll just swing 5 and I'll just take it. I'll just take 5 and go to 14. Yep. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Very good. Alright, well now, that means I don't have a good swing here because I know that he's got Sarkhan's Rage in hand. 2 flattens. Not 1, but 2. Count them, 2 flattens. Well, let's see here. I can just mill both of these and get to my beautiful Gurmag boy, which I think might be the best course of action. There's probably course of action too for leaving up Dromaka's Gift. Ooh. I know that he has a Sarkhan's Rage in hand. Do I leave up Dromaka's Gift? No, I don't, because he can just blow out one of my guys in response to the Dromaka's Gift. Nope, just going to play it right into his hands. Let him eat my Gurmag Angler with his Sarkhan's Rage, and then we'll double block. Nothing new. Oh. Evergreen. Bow. Bow, 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 bow. Alright, so let's see what happens now. I think he's going to have to draw the Wombo combo to get him there, I think. Is this it? Is this the Sarkhan's Rage? Oh, no, he's tilting that Plains. Yeah, that's the Sarkhan's Rage. Alright, you got him. Ooh. Now he's lobbing both of them at us, and I would take 7. I will double block. Double down on this guy. This does leave us vulnerable to a combat trick. Tricks? No tricks. Only trades. I'm alright with that. Goodbye, Stampeding Elkherd. Alright, we are getting dangerously close, though. Our life totals are small and very vulnerable. So we're going to have to play this pretty close to the belt from now on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start that up with a follow-up hand of Slimger. And then a pass. And then a big swig. He could have all manner of unspeakable moogly googlies in his hand. Oh, so many moogly googlies. But we have 2 flattens and a Dromaka's Gift. Dromaka's Gift not as awesome here as I would like it to be. But that's cool. That's cool. It's still a relevant card at some point. Darling, you are evergreen. Down. Alright, so he passes it back to us. I'm not comfortable swinging just yet. I want at least one more creature before we get in here. With 2 flattens in hand, the hunt the week, I'm feeling safe. It may be time, however, to... No, see, Dromaka's Gift... Well, if we can Dromaka's Gift EOT, that's probably going to be worth it to try and pound in there and get it done. Like, if he passes the turn back, Dromaka's Gift on the hand of Slimger, and then we'll beat in for 10. Yeah, we're going to do that now. He does have enough for Will of the Naga, though. God, Will of the Naga would be backbreaking here. But I think we got to play with what we've got. Oh, no. What does he have? A second Sarkhan's Rage? Oof. Well, now we know that our opponent has 2 Sarkhan's Rages. But on the plus side, we get to untap and take our turn. We're just going to go ahead and run out a Kolgon Skirmisher. And then we're going to pass turn back. So he has 2 Sarkhan's Rages. A Twin Bolt. Man, alright. So our opponent's deck is really not as bad as he led us to believe it was. Deck is actually pretty solid. Now, I'm not feeling totally comfortable yet. But now I'm feeling pretty decent, because now we've got a Butcher's Glee. Which I'm actually going to use right here, right now, if he elects to take it. That's a little aggressive, but I really want to make sure that I'm not just flat out dead to 2 swings and not drawing a creature. This is not a creature, but it does let me attack, and it does let me gain some life back, provided our opponent doesn't burn this thing out with another kill spell, which he has shown us many. So it could be a kill spell, could not be a kill spell. He's a little aggressive. I understand that. Alright, and then we gain 5. And that puts us out of range of dying to the Will of the Naga. Alright. And then maybe that was a little too aggressive use of that card, but I think it's just fine. Alright, so our opponent gains some life, which is not irrelevant in this matchup. He's seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lands. Holy God. This man has flooded like no one has could ever believe. I have wasted both of my combat tricks, so I think it is just simply time to swing in and offer the trade with a Conifer Strider, which is something I'm more than willing to do here. I think our opponent goes for the block here. I don't think our opponent lets himself go to 2. I would be shocked if he did. Trade is good. Oh, is the trade not good? Valorous stance. Oh, gross. Alright. So our opponent does have an amazing deck. So our opponent's deck is a little inconsistent. I'm not going to lie about that. But, Jesus, he's playing some powerful cards. Alright, yeah, pass. Madre de Dios. He has seen almost all of his land where we have yet begun to flood. Yeah, this could be interesting, folks. Hope you pack your bags and are ready for the long haul, because we're definitely in for it. Yeah, slobber knocker. Don't know much about your life. Don't know much about your world. Alright, so we've got one of the best cards, and then two really high impactful stuff. We even killed a pacifism too, to buy us some time. Just didn't even matter. And we're still getting blown out. We're still getting blitzed. Jesus. Alright. Well, we've got two flattens. I've never felt more afraid with two flattens in hand, though, as I have facing down this conifer strider. Look at him just stride. What a boss. What a man. This has definitely not been an easy game for either one of us. Just keep waiting. I'm pretty sure... Oh, he passed his turn. Gives us another turn to draw something, maybe. Well, our opponent could deck himself at some point. We now also have enough to double flatten. Or to hunt the weak and flatten in the same turn, so that's pretty decent. And there's also two Grim contests in hand. Well, that's pretty good. Let's draw a land. Let's draw some land. So our opponent has seen his 13th land. Oh my Lanta. Folks, I think we're up against just mono spells at this point. Well, there is Shun Yun, the Silent Tempest. So I think now might be the time. Let's see. We could hunt the weak now, and then he might try and cast a spell, and then we might be able to get him with flatten. Well, let's see if it. Let's see. It's a bold move, but let's see if it pays off for us, Cotton. Goodbye, Shun Yun. Now you're the most silent of tempests, because you have been hunted. Shun Yun, the weak tempest. Am I right, guys? Ha! Just kidding. Shun Yun, the tempest, is awesome, actually. He's a card that I'm pretty sure I just have to kill. Because, I mean, he can just start giving Conifer Strider double strike, and that's not something that I want to have happen. If I was our opponent, I'd be turning sideways with Conifer Strider, though. The longer he lets his game draw out, the better it gets for us, and I think the worse it gets for him. Although he's lost most of his best removal spells, and we've lost most of our best creatures. Holy crap, how bad. He's flooded so hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 lands. Holy crap. Alright, we're going to offer the block. Trade's good. Man of many valorous stances. Trade is good, alright. Alright, 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 alright. Okay, now ladies. Yeah. Well, that's going to get flattened. We're in this for the long haul, ladies and gentlemen. This is a slobber knocker of a game. This is the bare knuckles boxing match of Magic games. Could go all the way. Not even going to let that Summit Prowler resolve. So we've got 10 land of our own. Now we've got 11 land. Gonna even play it out in case I need to cast all my big spells. Whew. Who's gonna blink first at this point? Although on the bright side, he might have just shipped land to the bottom. Maybe he's playing 18 land. Well, I never thought I'd be the one saying this, but man, oh man, am I glad to see you, Wandering Tomb Shell. Wandering Tomb Shell is a 4-turn clock, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus. This game is the most brutal of all. What do you have? Calcisma Behemoth? Is that what you're bringing into my territory now? You bringing in a Calcisma Behemoth? No, something huge. Well, I can't get Crater's Claws for 14. That isn't a Tarka Pummeler, though. Boy, oh boy, does that make me feel uncomfortable. That's going to end the game real quick if I don't have an answer for that. Luckily, I do have 2 Grim Contests, though, to kill him. So, you know, little things. Flatten does not do the job here. I really appreciate that they just made Throttle better. Making it 1 mana cheaper makes it a lot better. A lot better. It's alright though, Wandering Tomb Shell. You stare down that Atarka Pummeler. You make him rue the day he tried pummeling you. Alright, let's go ahead and get ourselves a Grim Contest here. Crux of Fate. Well, Crux of Fate's pretty good. We'll pass the turn back though. See what our opponent's got in hand. Crux of Fate is pretty decent. But I'm not gonna use the I'm not gonna two for one myself here though. I got time. He's gotta play at least one more guy. Gotta ask him if this is EOT. Usually our opponent would say that, but that's okay. Although we know, well, now we see the Will of the Naga in his hand. Now we know our opponent has the will. The Will of the Naga. Dun dun dun! Okay, so our guys tap down. Which now makes me feel like I might actually be completely fine with Crux of Fating. I can count that Will of the Naga as just random card advantage for us, right? Right? Yeah, am I right, guys? Unsurprisingly, he pummels me for 4. Please play another creature. Yes. Alright. Whatever. Good. Close enough. Let's do it. All non-dragons. Alright. No more Tarka Pummeler. Sorry, Wandering Tomb Shell, you did what you needed to do. But now, you know him. You love him. He is the most feral of Crushocks. Representing a 1-turn clock. This has been an awesome game of Magic, though. Does he have another removal spell? He has a Calcisma Behemoth, which can block. Too bad I have a Flatten. I might just wait, actually. I'll play Glade Watcher and I'll wait. I'll wait a turn. No, he's got 1 card in hand. Do we take the advantage now? No, we wait. We wait. We wait a turn. Yeah, we'll wait. Calcisma Behemoth, man. In a slower deck like this one, our opponents, it's pretty good. Alright. We're going in, folks. We're swinging for 8. Swinging for the fences. Hopes and dreams of 1,000 children. Alright, time has come. Let us flatten the Calcisma Behemoth. Glorious. We put our opponent to 1. Pass the turn. No sense in showing him that we've drawn a land. Now, granted, our opponent has drawn a ton of cards, but like he still has drawn a ton of land. We've drawn a ton of land too, but the game has gone very long. All in all, I'd say this was a wonderful game of Magic, actually. Have we exhausted our opponent's every last opportunity? He could have another Conifer Strider. Like, if he plays 2 creatures, we're still in trouble. It's still a game if he plays 2 creatures. So these both have to be creatures then. Huh. Well, let's see if he's got it. I don't know if our deck, if he manages to rebound from this, I honestly don't know if our deck can take any more punishment. Our deck has proven itself to be quite resilient, I will say that much. But I mean, we've withstood Twin Bolt, 2 Sarkhan's Rage, a Pacifism, Valorous Stance, Will of the Naga, a Tarkir Pummeler. Yeah, he's laid the beef pretty hard. He's playing big old slabs of beef, and he's still thinking. At 1 life, our opponent is still thinking. If we can make this game go for 5 more turns, maybe we can make him deck himself. Maybe that's even a relevant strategy for us, but it's a tough game, man. It really is. There are only 5 land left in this deck, which means that we have a 50% chance of hitting a spell every draw. Our opponent probably has like a 100% chance of hitting a spell every time. Yeah, it's gotta be. Although, at least for the top 3 cards, I'm gonna guess that the bottom 2 are both land. We're gonna get hit with a second Will of the Naga. Is the Will of the Naga really that strong? And like we had perfect information too. Like we had perfect information playing the early stages of this game, and we're still in a tough spot. This is the recording that I wanted to get. I did 2 other recordings for the channel, and in all honesty, they weren't that great. Jesus. Oh my Lanta. Alright. So he plays a Monastery Lore Master, flips up the Monastery Lore Master, just gets in there. Well, we're going to go ahead and Grim Contest right here, right now. This Glade Watcher's not attacking. I will gladly 2-for-1 myself against the Monastery Lore Master. You are not coming in here against me like that, sir. Don't you dare come into my house like that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that as earnestly as possible, but I don't want him to untap. He came back from it. He legitimately came back from that. Man, he came back from a Crux of Fate. That scene in Rocky where Ivan Drago's like, I can't break him. He's like metal. Jeff the Dude, man, is playing fantastic goal line defense. This is a hell of a game of Magic. Oh, man. Right down to the wire. Nice hour-long game. Yeah. Hour-long set, I should say. Can he come back from that one? Jesus. I mean, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of our creature spells. We're running 12, so literally there's 3 more guys in this deck for us. Well, no sense hiding the land anymore. Now we have a Grim Contest. Now we actually have something to hide. We may end up decking him. And my play of Grim Contesting there was actually an attempt to deck our opponent. Alright. We drew Herd Chaser Dragon. No counter magic, so... Well, I don't think our opponent's going to deck himself. I think we'll unmorph Herd Chaser and then we'll kill him in that way. Four, 5, 6, 7. We've got Trample. Alright. Is this it? Is this Skyrim come to save me? Is that going to be game? It is. The Herd Chaser Dragon gets us the win. Whew. Wow. We did it. That was tough, but we did it, folks. Hopefully, for those of you that have stuck around this long, man, it was a good game. Man, that was fun. All right, folks. Hopefully you did stick around and watch this one because, man, it was an awesome game to play. Until next time, folks, I'm Kyle Ott for Draft Radio. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And to Jeff the Dude Man, thank you for playing with us. You are the dude, man. And I will see all of you fine folks later. That's the stuff magic dreams are made of. Peace.